good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm at a local warehouse to me, and they fix cranes here. So it's actually really cool. But my job today isn't anything to do with cranes, unfortunately. I've got to just do some fault finding and some other odd jobs. We've got to change some light fittings, add some sockets, little bits like that. But there's also some faults to find. We've got faulty outside lampposts, we've got a faulty 110 socket, a faulty 63 amp supply rotary isolator. So I thought I'd take you guys on a little fault finding day with me, see if we can find those 3 faults, rectify them, or at least identify what the issue is so we can get it sorted on the rebound. But yeah, maybe we'll learn something together, maybe we'll find something interesting, who knows. Let's run the intro and get into this video. The first fault of the day, what the hell is that? First fault of the day is this. So I don't actually know what the diagnosis is other than it doesn't work, and it's got some question marks on it. We've also got a 13 amp socket just flexed in across the base of the pillar drill, which is jokes. Yeah, just laid on there. Luckily it's an RCD socket. But this is in the off position. It does turn on. Pull that out. Get the cover off this, test both sides of the isolator, test the socket, and see if we can work out what the crack is. I think it might be something wrong with the interlocking mechanism, but to be honest, until we get stuck in, we're not going to have a clue. Let's get it undone. Just going to get this cover off of here, if it will come off. There we go. Apart from a load of brick dust, we're pretty good in there. So have a look in this. Dorman Smith is not something you see every day really these days. I don't know if it's been bought out or something, but yeah, it's decent gear, some of it. We're in here, so these are basically fuse holders. Your feeds come into the top, you need to remove these fuse holders to get to the terminals, a bit like the old rewirable fuse boards. So yeah, we need to see if there's power here to start with. These are these little fuse holders. So we've got some, what we got in there, don't know. They should be 32s, GGs, but I can't actually see the rating. There we go, yeah, 32 amp GG BS88s, which are very forgiving. So if these have blown, I'll be surprised, but let's have a little look. Earth's up there on the banjo. We've got 230 on L1, 230 on L2, and 230 on L3. We've got a neutral. Cool, so incoming supply is sweet, basically. There's nothing wrong with that. Also, if anyone knows what the fuck that's for, please let us know in the comments below. Looks like a medieval torture device. Right, this one's sweet. Calm down, mate. That one's sweet. That one's sweet. So that's all fine. Let's replace these then. There's literally nothing wrong with that isolator, so the investigation continues. But that's the thing with fault finding. You basically, if we turn this on, you basically just want to narrow down the problem, and starting at the source is a good way to do that. I've got 230 at the socket there. There we go. That's neutral. This must be L1. Right, so we've got everything at the socket, so there's nothing wrong with that. Should all look pretty sweet in there as well. Well, the first fault is that there isn't a fault, basically. Did you see that a Bosch made? Have you seen my recent video? A Bosch made it into the recent video. You know when I was in the switch room and you and Connors were sat at the door, and you go Bosch. That made it into the video, yeah.
I'm so proud of myself.
Oh mate.
Getting screen time.
I've put this on wrong, but because we were recording, I'm actually going to have to sort it out. I would just walk away normally. Should we get stuck into the, what's it called?
I'm going to go and have a gander. The old Mitchell Fox. Anyone knows anything about Mitchell Fox? Let us know.
Do you know what we should try as well? I'm not messing around with it, but move the Vito out of the way. This is just banter as well, isn't it? Let's lay the socket across the pillar drill.
In the clamp.
Alright, I used one of these in college. Mate, that literally cut through me. Right.
Give it a good pull. I thought it went well.
Yeah. Well, fault one has been fixed. Let's pat ourselves on the back. We'll charge for that one.
Yeah. Do you know what you did, or is it just fixed itself?
It's literally, there's nothing wrong with it. This was live, the fuses were fine, and then, yeah, plugged it in, turned it on, it's sweet. They said it was this one with a question mark. This one's sweet because the RCD socket's on. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that one, but even so, you just want to start from like one end. So we started from the source and just proved it all the way through until we proved the unit. So yeah, that's just, you always want to look at fault finding logically. If you start in the middle, start messing around, stuff like that, you're just going to get confused. You're not going to know where you are. So yeah, just always try and work methodically. The next fault is a 110 volt socket. So hopefully there's actually something wrong with that one and we can fix something. But yeah, we'll move on to the next one. Just wanted to quickly interrupt today's video to talk about today's video sponsor, Tado. So if you don't know, Tado have an online portal called Tado for Professionals, and it's basically an installer's portal for people like you and me, specifically in the domestic sector. And what you can do is get loads of benefits and rewards as an installer. So I don't do a lot of domestic work, but if I did, I'd be taking full advantage of this. You get stuff like discounted Tado products. You can obviously pocket that discount yourself or pass that on to your customers. You get manuals, user manuals, all that sort of stuff, so you're never going to be short of documentation when you're installing this stuff. They also do informational pieces, all sorts of cool stuff related to their products. You get an extended warranty, so you know, if you want to spec that to your customers and say, look, if you go with me, you'll get an extended warranty on these products. That can be a very competitive advantage over, you know, other contractors. So that's really cool. And also you get rewards for, you know, buying Tado products. So if you're installing a lot of these, because you're, you know, getting them at a discounted rate, offering a warranty, etc., you're actually going to build up rewards and get rewarded for buying Tado products. So it's a really, really cool portal. It's great for those domestic installers out there. Check out the link below and see how you can take advantage of Tado for Professionals. We have got to get to that 110 socket on that back wall. So this one is again another faulty socket apparently, but we'll see. We shall see. We have been given a spare, a replacement if we need it on this one. Okay, this one looks okay. Paddle grinder, nice. You got a grinder?
I have actually.
Are you switch or are you paddle? Has it just got an on-off switch?
It's got a button, mate.
Yeah.
That's about all I know. I didn't know where this was going originally. You were going to ram the angle over in there.
What, you thought it was going to cut the...
Pick that up, I didn't know what you were going to do.
Interesting. There is an issue with it. Oh, I can tell you what's happened straight away. It's wired up wrong. Could have never have worked. You've got neutral in earth and earth in live.
Probably not going to work.
Nah, probably not. Right, let's go find out where these are fed from then. Turn it off, remake this off. Job done. It's fed from here. So that's crazy. So we've got a big supply into this 110 volt transformer here, and then it feeds this board, which is just a 110 volt board. So they're actually doing the transforming at a distribution level, which is pretty cool. We'll just turn off all of the wall sockets. Cool. Hopefully that's that dead. So before my time at Burgess Electrical, they do a lot of work at like air bases and stuff like that, RAF bases and stuff, and the Americans have a lot of like setups at RAF bases in the UK. So yeah, before my time at the company, they actually had to go to one of these RAF bases and wire the whole place in 110 volts with American sockets and stuff like that. And they had a similar setup where they had like one big transformer that transformed it down to 110. And then, yeah, they had to get like approval from MK in the UK to get their American sockets, because you're not allowed to buy them here. They're not allowed to distribute them. So they had to get written approval from the airbase to send to MK. So that MK would give them the American, you know, the ones that look like little faces. But yeah, pretty mad. That just reminded me, that setup there, of when I got told about that. We still do quite a bit of work at like the RAF bases and stuff like that, but there's no chance of me filming anything there. They literally like scan your phone, scan you, do a background check and everything, so there's no chance. I'm actually an AP, authorised person, LVAP, at one of the air bases, but yeah, no chance of bringing the camera in there, unfortunately. Right, we're dead between live and neutral, even though neutral's F, sweet. So let's bosh them all out the back. I wonder how long that's been like that. It's probably been like that since it got installed and they've just been dealing with it.
Making it work.
Socket's getting a little upgrade, look.
It's been seen to.
Yeah. And this is rough content, man. I'm hoping the outside lighting fault find is a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
At the minute, this is like...
We're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, we are.
Trying to make something out of nothing.
I already know the title, Day in the Life of a Maintenance Man.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's
No way
any...
else can make putting cables in Wigos this interesting.
Cheers, mate. Do you reckon there's a Maintenance Man YouTuber?
Actually could be typical, what, like a little Arcus man?
Oh, okay.
I'd love to see like a day in the life of one of them, just see what they get up to.
Where do you want to go for lunch?
We're having serious problems down on the left, mate.
Oh. Cheers.
Look at that, eyes on the camera, eyes on the work. I don't know.
You're just a hero, aren't you?
Tesco?
I don't know if there's a Tesco around here. There's that garage, isn't there, that we come past on the way in. That's got Greg's at it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Go there.
But
Smash for a Greg's. Oh no, be unhealthy eating, isn't it?
no, not healthy eating. I'm calorie and macro counting, so I just want to get the most protein and energy.
Protein dense diet.
For my money.
Step back a bit, yeah.
You're so flinchy. Mate, that is a serious grinder, like. Makes me feel like I'm going to hurt myself with it. Right. So today on Maintenance Electrical, we've solved our second fault of the day by connecting the socket up correctly.
I've recorded that so you can manifest it.
Yeah, well, if anyone works on a wind farm and they want to make a cool video about it, then let's do it, because I'm so up for that. But it's not that, if you're invited, it's not that easy. You've actually got to do, there's like a specific course for being able to enter wind turbines, like a safety course.
Yeah, I don't think I'll get through that.
And then, yeah, all the other things. But to be honest with you, I know a lot of HV jointers that connect them up. So maybe I can get in with one of them boys, but it would be sick, mate. And that opening shot, me on top of the turbine, drone panning out. Don't even know how I'd do it. I'd need a cameraman for that. Or a drone pilot. I'm not, mate. Mate, it's day one with the camera. You're not flying the drone. That's that one solved. Another intense fault. We're gonna go get some lunch. So we've got, we'll show yours in a minute. We've got sweet potato bhaji rice. And this is experimental for me. I'm not doing this. I'm being healthy this year, but I ain't gonna eat this every day, but I like the look of this. And then I saw these, which are garlic mushrooms. But they just look banging. I feel like they'd taste better warm. And I've just got an innocent smoothie. What have you got? Look, this is how he's gonna start the year.
This is healthy eating. For you people that are out there watching the video, you're thinking, I'm not happy with my size, I'm not happy with my build, yeah? You're thinking you want some massive biceps like these. This is how you do this. So what you do, you go and, starters, we've got 2 sausage rolls. Get a little size comparison so you can see what we're working with. They're not small. 2 of them. Put them on the shelf. Next up, actually it gets a bit mystery here because I don't actually know what's in here. I'm just going to take a bite and let you know. Alright. That's the sausage, bean and cheese.
2 sausage rolls, sausage, bean and cheese.
And then we're going to top it off. I don't need to bite this one because I already know what this is. We've got a steak bacon. And then to wrap it all up, just to make sure we're keeping ourselves powered through the day for the health. Health is wealth. Monster Energy. That's how I'm going to finish it off.
You wouldn't be an apprentice if you didn't have a Monster Energy. Do you want to try one of these?
Yeah, go on, let me dab it.
Get them open, go on, my hands are full. It's got a little table though, it's like a date.
I'm not happy with how it opens, but...
Yeah, packaging.
Oh, really not impressed with this. You're right if I just go finger in?
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is absolute...
Code residual.
Right, here we go. This is why you buy from Unilite, the sponsor.
Mate, why are you opening them like that?
Well, how else are you going to do it?
You go like that.
No, I've created... Why would you go like that? I've created a nice little opening here. You alright if I go for a big one?
Yeah. Mate, I ain't going to eat all of that.
Banging. I'm impressed with that.
They're good.
I actually feel like, just to make sure we're keeping everyone happy, we should actually just show everyone the brand.
Yeah. Well, it's got a big label over
Oh,
it.
sorry, I'll get rid of that.
Maybe we should just do food reviews.
If anyone wants that, take out Club by Asda garlic mushrooms. Banging. Oh my god, we should actually do, you should do like a special food review day.
We'll start a separate channel. High in protein as well.
Yeah, I do hear that, to be fair. 7 grams maybe? Is that what we said before?
6 per 100 grams is 6
Okay, we got 300 grams, so what are we there? 18?
18 grams of protein.
Yeah.
Which ain't bad for some
I'm liking
mushrooms.
everything about that. What about...
Bhaji.
Not too sure about that one there, but you
So
have
for
to let me know
bhaji.
what that's saying. You up there?
Bhajis are good. They're good. I think we're there really. We'll yam this, and then out in the car park, which you probably can't see because it's blown out, there is a outside lighting circuit with 4 lampposts that just ain't working. To be honest with you, I think it's like a photo cell or something. They've got a contactor set up, so the fact that all 4 aren't working says to me there's something wrong with the controls. But we'll eat this, and then we'll go get stuck into a proper fault hopefully. I'll catch you lot in a bit. Right, so we're back after lunch, fully rejuvenated, and we need to work out what's going on with these outside lights. So basically there's there's lots of lampposts outside, but there's 4 of them that aren't working all in tandem. So that says to me there's either a breaker issue, circuit issue, or there's something wrong with the contactor or photocell. But the fact that there's only 4 of them not working says that maybe it's not a contactor issue. We're going to run through the main setup, see what's going on there, make sure we've got power leaving the building, and then we'll get outside in the rain, in the cold, and see if there's any issues out in the field basically. But for now, we just want to get the covers off these contactors. Right, external lighting contactor, cool. All Dorman Smith boards here as well. Which again, you just don't see that often these days. So this is the contactor enclosure. If you don't know what contactors are, basically the circuits come out the breakers, the lives go into these bottom contacts on the contactor, and then they come out the top and go to the lampposts. But this contactor will only let through if there is voltage on the A1 or on the A2. But yeah, so when you apply voltage to this auxiliary connection here, it pulls the contactor in, the coil which connects the top and bottom together, lets the voltage, lets the voltage pass through. So yeah, that's basically the contactors. Now these are probably controlled by a photocell, I'm not actually sure, but there is nothing on the A1 at the minute, and there's no timer or anything. That's all for the emergency lights, I think. I don't know, but I'm going to trace out this grey cable and see if I can override it anywhere. But basically that's our setup. There'll be something controlling these at a certain time or a certain darkness outside. The outside lighting circuits come on. Now this breaker here, lamppost front ×4, was off. So I've turned that on, I've got power to this terminal now, but that doesn't mean that that's the issue, because when I turn the contactor on and let these through, that may well trip again. So what I'm going to do first is see how I can get this to come on if there's an override, see if it comes on, if it holds, and then I'm just going to do some testing on the circuit as a whole and see if I get any funny values or anything weird that we can investigate further. Right, I think I found where it's controlled from. So this is a Sangamo time clock, old school mechanical. They're actually really, really good. You don't really see them installed too much these days. I've just turned this on basically. You just manually twist it, and it's like a big mechanical clock switch. And that has fired up this lot. Now if I can jimmy this onto an earth somewhere. Well, I've got my other lead just balanced on there because I've got a camera in one hand. If I pop that on there, you should be able to see we've got 230, 230, 230, 230, 230, 230. Jumping around a bit because that lead's moving. But yeah, so those contactors are letting through because that Sangamo's on. And then if we go outside, going to need an ND filter, otherwise you guys aren't going to see much. There we go. Right, so we have got, if I turn the ND filter actually, look at that. So they're all on, but these 4 aren't. How bizarre. So even with the contactors and stuff on, these 4 here, still aren't on. So that means I'm gonna have to investigate further. What's weird is like it wouldn't be all 4 lamps are gone. Maybe a cable's gone down or something. Don't know. Let's get some tools out and get our coats on as well, because it looks like it's about to hammer it down. Why are you trying to look like you know what you're doing?
No, I remember Steve saying that the old lamppost had strands, no shroud. And that gave me
yeah. Yeah, some of them come like that. It's a bit rough, isn't it? You'd be happy with it though, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
So anyway, this is one of the 4 offending lampposts. We've got one just outside the compound there. 2, 3. We should have power out here, to be honest with you. I'm going to test this one first. It's the second point on the circuit. If we've got power here, then it'll be maybe like a lamp issue or a fuse issue. But it's just weird that, yeah, all 4 have gone if that's the case. But let's test for power anyway. I'm going to pass you over to my glamorous assistant. Do you remember that first video you did? How long it took you to do that whisker box?
Yeah, but I was rubbish then.
You was rubbish then? Oh well, yeah, we got power. We got 230 between live and neutral and earth, and then we got, yeah. So there's power here, which means maybe this is. Let's just prove that. Yeah. Tap that together. So the fuses have blown on this one. Let's go check another one. If the fuses have blown on all 4 lampposts, there must have been a fault which has knocked them all out maybe. Maybe it got struck by lightning. Could that do that? I don't know. Anyone in the comments know? Let's test another one before we go down that path, but it's proper coincidental that all the other circuits have all their other lampposts on, but this one circuit's got all 4 fuses blown. Fuse is gone, and we got 230 here. Okay, let's go test the end of line. Just make sure, may as well make sure we've got power to the end of the circuit. And now I think what we'll do is we'll grab. These should be the same in all of the lampposts, even the working ones. So we'll grab this little fuse carrier from one that we know is working, and we'll just run around, plug it into all 4 of these lampposts, make sure they're sweet, and then we know we just need to grab some fuses. There is a wholesaler's around the corner. So I might see if they've got some. We might be able to resolve this today, but worst case, we're back here tomorrow. So we'll just grab some from HQ and get them reinstated. So this fuse is okay. We got 230. So they're not all blown, but that must mean you've got lamp issues on this one. That didn't sound good. But we've got continuity. Well, at least we know this fuse holder works, so we can now try this in all of the other ones and see what's going on. It's about to start raining. Cool, that one's sweet. So we know there's nothing wrong with that. This fuse has been sat in that last light doing nothing, and then today it's going to get run through three lampposts. It's not going to know what hit it. Okay. Let's test that hasn't blown it. No. Right, so we need to actually write down what's going on here because it's different issues every time. Lamppost 3. Lamppost 3 was just fuses blown, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Both the lamps come on. And lamppost 4 was the fuses were fine. No ball on that one. Okay, so that is that wrapped really. Let's just write down this before I forget. Lamppost 1, lamppost 2, lamppost 3, and then on the other lamppost, they're all off again. We're gonna have to get them back on. Let's go see if we can get that outside lighting circuits back on. Look at this one go, look. I knew she weren't a quitter. This one was, I just knew when we got here, she weren't a quitter. Do you have the old aftershave reserves replenished over Crimbo?
Yeah, I did actually.
Yeah?
Very little. I went for Zone Paul Gaultier.
Yeah.
Mail La Parfum. Like that. Is that pronunciation?
No, we established with Comme des Garçons that you can't speak French.
Okay.
That is the easiest day of fault finding I have ever had. Do you know that?
Probably because
I don't think so. I think you actually, it would have been easier without you. Even easier, somehow. Without you. But you did put that heater up.
Yeah, I did that. Although no one saw it.
Nah.
Don't think they want to see it actually.
No, we'll leave that out. I was thinking, who's here? Who's coming for me?
Trying to get in the video.
I can't believe we're trying to wrap this up with an amber weather warning. What is it? Severe weather warning.
Yeah, probably not ideal.
Probably not ideal. Right, guys, that is it for today's video. Probably the easiest fault find, to be honest with you, but it's real world sparking. I've taken you along with me, and yeah, it's been so easy, but it's nice to have an easy one sometimes. I always get these outside lighting faults and they always drag out for a couple of days. Sometimes I don't even find the problem, so it's nice to have one where it is just lamps and fuses, basically. I've written a list of all of the lamps, all of the fuses we need to get this system whole again. They actually have a MUP on site as well, so that's going to make it really easy for them to just let us use their on-site access equipment, replace the lamps, and yeah, get all of these back on. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit that bell button. It really supports the channel. I'm trying to get to 100K this year. That's really important to me, so I really appreciate any of the support, and I'll catch you on the next one.